Hi, and welcome to Client Insights August 2023. Glad you can join us today. I am going to be taking this one alone. Unfortunately, Anthea is not feeling too great. So you've got the dubious privilege of me doing the whole session. I'm dialing in from Wanaka, which is in the South Island of New Zealand. Pretty cold here today, might even snow while we're doing the webinar. Let me know where you're dialing in from in the chat. If you've got any issues technically or anything like that, let me know in the chat as well, and I'll do my best to try and sort that out. Just a quick note that we're recording the session as always. We will post that in the client Facebook group, and we'll send that out by email as well. Cool. All right. Well, let's get into it today. So got a few cool things to cover. This is the agenda we'll be going through. So we're going to just chat through the new website report that we've launched this month. We've got some new payroll resources that you can get added to your website or Client Hub for free. 3 new ways that we can help you with marketing. So I'm going to chat through those and have a little chat about referrals, word of mouth. I'm going to give you a free email template. Hi, John in Brisbane, but it's a lot warmer than where I am right now. Cool. All right. Well, let's get into it today. Now, if you've got any questions as we go, just use the chat or the Q&A, and I'll be happy to answer those as we go. So you may or may not have noticed we've rolled out a new report, and this is kind of came about because Google Analytics launched a new kind of version of their platform on July the 1st. So that's called GA4, Google Analytics 4. And as part of that, we decided to switch to a new reporting option. And so this week, you probably should have got a new report. If you didn't, reach out to support@bizinkonline.com. I'll drop that in the chat so you've got it as well. Or you can use the live chat on our support site. Let me just get this going. So I'll drop that into the chat. Hi, Martin and Tanya. How you doing? And so, yeah, we've this is kind of version 1 of this report. We're happy to make tweaks on your feedback, and I'd love to know what you think. What we've added in based on some feedback that we've had, I guess, in the last little while, is a comparison to last month in terms of traffic. So you can see how those two things compare. We've removed a few somewhat confusing things like bounce rate. It's just not that important. So yeah, if you want to see that, we've got Google Analytics account for you. You can log into there and drill into endless statistics. But what this is just like a top line dashboard, so you can see the most important things. Brett asked the question, is the report something you'll be getting on a regular basis? Yeah, this is a monthly report, and it will show, yeah, basically it's like a dashboard from Google Analytics. So if you didn't get it already, let us know at support@bizinkonline.com, and we'll check out what's happened there, but you'll be getting this new report every single month. Cool. Okay. So John's saying that his new report shows a lot more visitors to the website than previous months. Don't know if that's just your site. It should report just the same. But if that's something you feel is a concern, then we can have a look at that. I guess there's a couple of things that can happen. One is, obviously, you've done some great marketing, and a bunch of people have visited your website. Being based in Australia, I guess it is a busy time of year after end of financial year. It could be that. We definitely do see that bump in traffic with firms after the end of financial year, for some obvious reasons. The other thing it could be, I suppose, is like bot traffic. We do have a lot more filters on that kind of thing now. So, we block certain IP ranges from countries kind of which you think are probably malicious, but that can happen, right? Like, and so you can get a bit more traffic that way, but interesting to see if that goes back the month after. So another new announcement is we've created some payroll resources. So basically, we've got a lot of firms who offer payroll as a service, and we actually work with a handful of payroll specific firms as well. So what we've created is a payroll glossary available for Australia, Canada, NZ, UK, and USA. And so, yeah, you know, it kind of is what it says on the tin. It's A to Z of different terms around payroll. And just like the accounting and business glossaries that we've created, it's very similar to that. So you can just give clients that reference point for some of these things that, you know, jargon basically that you might use. You can have that on your website. So if you're interested in that, email us at support@bizinkonline.com and we will get that added to your site along with this, if you're interested as well. So some payroll resources. So probably most of you got the business resources on your website. We've got some payroll resources as well. So just some really specific stuff to pay to people, and then we can get those added as well. And if you want us to put them on, and you can have them on a hidden page and check them out before you publish them, that's fine as well. Not sure what spilt ice cream has got to do with preventing payroll pitfalls, but there you go. Amy's asking, am I going to show you how to preview the new report? I haven't planned to do that because Anthea was going to be presenting this part of the session, and I don't want to kind of do that in a half-baked way. So what we could do is maybe put together a little video in Loom and show you talk that round, and we'll send that out in the recording if that works. And I'll get someone who's a bit more skilled in that to do it. I just want to check if people not seeing my screen, because hang on, let me just share that. That could help. So possibly that is what you're referring to. I thought I'd shared that. Apologies for that. So let me go back and quickly show you the report. So that is the report that you should be getting now. So apologize, I didn't share that. I wanted to thank you for telling me that as well. Sorry, I thought you were saying something else. Yeah, I once did a sales demo. I was 20 minutes in and they asked me if I was sharing my screen, which is, yeah, so I normally do ask, and I probably should have done then. So yeah, there's the new report. So it's just, it's very simple, nice dashboard. We've obfuscated these because it's from a real site, but you'll see what the most popular pages are on the bottom right. You can see where people are coming from. You can see your traffic. So it's just those headline stats, basically. In terms of the next bit that I was talking about, the payroll resources here. So there's a payroll glossary and payroll resources as well. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing those, just let us know, and we can get those on your site. All right, cool. So next thing that I wanted to look at, we've got 3 new ways that we can help you with marketing. So when Bizink started off 10 years ago, it's over 10 years ago now, we basically just did websites. That was it. And then we've expanded that product range, and then we expanded into some services as well. But we've looked at things, and we decided to add in quite a few new services in the last little while, just because I think marketing has changed. There's a lot of kind of factors that have changed in the last little while, and we want to be able to offer a full service to our clients. So there's 3 new ways we can do that. One is custom marketing, one is unlimited, and one is SEO, search marketing. So I'm just going to show you all of these 3 things really quickly. So custom marketing, if you're looking for really high level custom strategy and marketing campaigns That's something that, we haven't offered in the past, but we've decided to bring that into Bizink. And who this would suit is really growth-focused firms who want to look at adding new clients. And we've got a really cool team there. We've got X0 partner marketers in the team and some really cool industry experts as well. The pricing, it's definitely a different model to the regular Bizink model, which is, a few $100s a month. You're talking more like a setup for the strategy might be like $3,000 to $5,000, and then maybe $2,000 to $5,000 a month for ongoing execution. So, like I say, it suits growth-focused firms who really want to invest in their marketing, but maybe don't want to take on a full-time marketing person and manage them, but have very high-level kind of support and execution around that. So some of the things that we've been doing over the last little while, like a strategy and a plan for a large firm targeting e-commerce businesses, a video podcasting strategy for a Canadian firm, and a rebrand and strategy for a firm looking to focus 100% on lawyers. So if that's something you'd like to find more about, just drop a message to hello@Bizink Online. I'll drop the, I'll just type that into the chat so you've got it. Hold on. Sort of copied this before, so I'll put this email address in if you want to message. Drop us a line and I'll get back in touch with you with more options, and we can arrange a call, because it's like the name would suggest, it's very custom and designed to fit, your exact goals. We go through like a strategy to fit that. And it really suits a firm that also has an ideal client that's fairly well defined. We can help you define that better, but it really suits a firm that has got like kind of like niche or focus on an ideal client. So that's the first one. The other one that we've launched is unlimited packages. So we've been having this debate internally about what to call them, unlimited asterisks. So it's a little bit like the kind of like unlimited mobile phone contract, right? It's kind of unlimited, not unlimited. But what the idea is here is that, again, we've seen firms who want marketing support more than what we offer in our packages, but don't really want to hire, a full-time marketer, but still want quality work done. So unlimited packages, they've kind of come out of our experience with using similar services for development and design. So we've got internal resource on both of those things, but sometimes we need extra support. And in the last little while, there's kind of organizations where you can just hire them for a month, 2 months, whatever you need to get over some capacity issues. And, it means you don't have to go through a hiring process, get somebody, train them, maybe find out they're not what you wanted. So we wanted to create something similar for accounting marketing, where you can just load in tasks and they get done for you. So the asterisk is more that, there's obviously different price points. There's like 3 price points with it. And and that depends how many tasks get done, right? So you can load in as many tasks as you want, and we just work through them one by one. So rather than the custom marketing, which tends to be very strategic, not to say this isn't strategic, but this is more just like, send a newsletter, do some social posts, help us write a brochure, that kind of thing. You can just load them in and we do them. Now we can work to a plan. We can create a plan for you, or you can put them in completely as you want them, or a mix of both, which is how it's been working so far. And what we mean by a task versus a project. So a project might be like create a brochure. What a task is the different components within that: design a cover, change the font, find images for the slides, that kind of thing. So it's not like we would say, hey, no, we're not going to help you create a brochure. It's just that that's obviously bigger than a task. And so we would just work through the tasks, break that up into tasks and work through those. So we're literally everything is included except SEO and pay-per-click marketing, because they just tend to be a very different beast than like some of the things I've described. So we keep those out of it because they're just quite different. When we've got our own packages for search. So we've got 3 pricing levels. I'm happy to send you more information on that if you're interested. Just again, email hello@bizinkonline.com with the word unlimited, and I can show you those. We've proposed these to 4 people and all 4 people signed up. So we're hitting pause right now because it's been, it's been really popular, I think. I mean, 4 is not a big number to make a judgment from, but everyone we've put it in front of signed up really quickly. What we want to do is start a wait list, make sure we've got the everything is dialed really well with those first 4 clients, and then we're going to roll it out. I think it's a really good way to do marketing, because you can have that kind of monthly plan that we can do, and then some extra capacity when you might want to do extra stuff. I don't know, you're sponsoring an event, you need a banner designed or something like that. So if you're interested, let me know by emailing hello@bizinkonline.com with the word unlimited. Lisa, you're asking, like, what's the approximate custom figure? Probably in Australian dollars, 2 to 4 grand, something like that. It just depends, really. But yeah, in that kind of range is what we'd be looking at. It just depends on what we do with custom. Is everything starts with, so let's go back. Apologies, just jump forward. Everything starts with the strategy. So we'll usually do like an ICP, ideal client, persona workshop to get that really dialed, and then build a plan off the back of that. And then the execution, the monthly part of that would depend on what came out of that plan. But I'm happy to jump on a call if you're interested and show you more about what that looks like. So that's custom unlimited. The final one is SEO. So we've invested in our search team to help you be more visible on search engines like Google and Bing, improve local search presence, which I think is a really important factor now, and then potentially get niche leads as well. So if you focus on something quite specific, that's a great thing to optimize for and get leads that way. So we have options for SEO audits. I think we talked about those in the last couple of sessions. And we're just about to launch a one-time optimization service and ongoing search support. So a couple of things around that, how it's different than what's already included in your website package. I mean, SEO is not how to put it, it's not an exact thing, right? Like what one person calls SEO is very different from what another person calls. So all of our websites are optimized in terms of like the technical side, and we optimize generally most websites for the obvious terms like accountants, your area, bookkeepers, your area, possibly another service, something like that. But what the newer offerings do is just go way deeper than that and way more specific. So we can, with the audit, we can look at what's the opportunity that you're already meeting, and then what else is there in your area, or perhaps nationally, like particularly if you've got a specific service or a niche, that's going to work way better if you want to look beyond local search. And there's just more depth in terms of what we would do either as a one-off or ongoing. So search is a hard one because, say you're in a very small area. I'll give a real example. I was talking to somebody in a very small town in Western Australia, and she was asking me about, how is search engine marketing a big thing? So I said, well, how many accounting firms are there in the place where you are? 2. So you're not going to have to work very hard to get to the first page of Google, right? Like throw up a website, you would hope that, you're going to come second at least. But obviously the traffic is going to be limited because there's not going to be that many people in that town. Flip that round. Let's maybe use Australia as the example. Sydney, 5 million people in the city, lots of accounting firms, way bigger opportunity in terms of people looking for accountants, way more competition. So there's always that balance between, the potential, the competition. Do you go very local? Do you go very niche? So there's all those different considerations. And so what's included are normal websites. We can only do so much in that bit. If you want to take it to the next level, then that's what these packages are for. And, you might decide that isn't for you, that search isn't a good channel, or that, the opportunity just isn't there. And that's where the audit can come in. We can look at that and go, well, we think that by doing these things, you could get this much traffic. And then you can decide whether to just do a one-time thing on that, which can work well for some firms. If you're in almost like not a super low traffic place, but kind of maybe like small to medium, that could work quite well, particularly if the other firms where you're based aren't doing much themselves. That might be enough to get you up there. The ongoing is more, I think, is going to work well if you want to be really competitive, either locally or nationally on certain phrases. So there are 3 ways we can help. Drop an email to hello@bizinkonline.com if you'd like more information about that. Can either send it by email or happy to jump on a call and talk through any of that. So marketing tips. Who would like more referrals? Everyone, right? don't even need to type into the chat. I'm sure. Well, maybe you don't, because I know capacity is an issue for lots of firms at the moment. But referrals generally always good. And I know from my own research that about 90% of firms' leads come from word of mouth. So I used to almost like fight against that a little bit and think it should be more from marketing. And now I just think that, 90% is amazing. It's a great business model. 10% can come from marketing perhaps, and just grow that pie bigger, even if that split never changes. So 90% of firms' leads come from word of mouth. Pretty sure that would be similar for most of you listening today. But I know that also only 20% of firms ask for more referrals. So if you don't, or even if you do, this might be something you would consider. My marketing tip for this week is just get in touch with clients and ask them for referrals. This is the template that I would suggest that you send, and we'll send this out in an email after the session. You can tweak this obviously to however you want, but I find that a lot of firms they just don't ask, right? And if you don't ask, you don't get. I'm not saying, well, you still might, right? But like, I'm sure if you did send this out maybe once a quarter to all your clients, then you're going to get more. You're going to get more referrals. Now you might make it more specific if it's a client from a certain industry or something like that. I think that would work really well. You could send this after a project, like a version of it. You might be talk about the what you've done in that project for them. That's it, really. It's a really simple tactic. To make it even better, I would follow up. So if I sent that as an email to all clients, I would set an automation to follow up personally, probably twice, because people rarely do something on the first push, as you know. Maybe you could call people. You could ask, it wouldn't be an email, but you could ask in client meetings. And then obviously if you've got a team, training them and systematizing this stuff would be really good as well. So that's just a simple template. I'm going to be talking about, sorry, I keep skipping through slides accidentally here. I'm going to be talking through this stuff way more in a webinar later this month. I'll drop a link into the chat about word of mouth marketing. So it's a super simple webinar. I'm just going to talk about using marketing to ask for more referrals, and then also asking for reviews. So Google reviews, Facebook reviews. There's going to be email templates like this, and we're just going to go through it really practically. Going to keep it nice and short, because I just think that's the low-hanging fruit for most firms, is that winning new leads is hard. It's hard for us. It's hard for any business-to-business company. If you've got existing clients and they're happy to refer you because you give them an awesome service, which I'm sure you do, then, you know, ask them to refer, because most people will be happy to do that. So that's my tip. Send a template like that. I'll send that to you after the session, and would love to see you at that webinar as well. If you can't make the time, then if you register, we'll send out the recording and all the resources as well. Then just our kind of usual reminder that if you're looking to get support, probably the best place to go, support.bizinkonline.com. I'll drop that into the chat. So that's a knowledge base where you can find answers to a lot of common issues or questions. You can use live chat to message the support team, or you can raise a ticket from there. But the same will happen if you email support@bizinkonline.com as well. So that's it. Kept it nice and short this week. Happy to stick around for any questions you have, though. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Use the chat panel or the Q&A. Either is fine. Would love to know any feedback on any of that, any questions you've got. I can't see any coming in. Oh, here we go. No, thanks, Martin. Thanks, Tanya, for coming along. Appreciate you making the time today. Yeah, if you have any questions that you want to ask after the session, yeah, just reply to hello@bizinkonline.com. We'll be happy to do that. Support's obviously the best place for any support-based stuff. But yeah, thanks so much for making the time today. Thanks, Christos. Good to see you here. Thanks so much for making the time today. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll send out the recording, I imagine, if it's not today, then very early tomorrow. Cheers. Have a good one. Oh, hang on. Question for John. Oh, so you're saying you've not sent any new blogs, no difference to traffic. Okay, interesting. Well, I would keep an eye on it. You know, sometimes you get these anomalies in traffic. If you want us to have a look at that, where that traffic came from, there might be something we can do. So I'll make a note of that, and let's see if we can look into that. Cool. All right. Well, thanks everyone, and have a great day.